Hello everyone. I'm making this video because I've had a lot of people ask me about these containers. And they're set up with a wick. So I want to show you what they are and where I get them. So first we'll get out of the way these cloches. I've been asked about these quite a bit. And I get these on Amazon. I get both of these on Amazon. So these come in packs of 20 at a reasonable price. And you can see my fingers. So they're really easy to pick up. And then you put them on the plants and you can adjust how much air comes through by rotating that. These I get in 6 packs on Amazon at a reasonable price. And they are called T4U. And they do not come with the pot. They just come with the vessel and this little chair, which they're advertised as self-watering planters, but I mean, I don't know how that works unless you fill the whole thing with soil, but then I can't access that reservoir if it's planted. So I did some alterations. I burned 3 holes in the little chair because if I show you it, it's my husband with the chainsaw. Let me close that window. It'll get a little hot in here, but there we go. Okay. So, the bottom of this really has nowhere for a wick or a tie wrap to fit through. So the center 3 holes, these 3, I burned out with just a cheap soldering iron. You know, you can get those for $10 anywhere. And I always use them on a cookie sheet so that I don't burn anything down. And I always do it outside because the smoke that comes from this is just really toxic. So you burn the 3 holes and they tie wrap. They'll line up with that hole, the center, and that hole, and you get this. Then after it's tie wrapped together, I burn a 4th hole through the whole thing so that I have a place for the wick to come through. See, like this. Let me get it under the light. So, I don't know if you can see that there. And it comes right through the bottom. And again, those came from Amazon. And the pots, I bought 40. They were 40 packs on Amazon. I don't remember how much I paid for them. But I just tie wrapped them together. And then the end result is this cute little self-watering planter, which you can see. And that has been life-changing for me, doing the wicks. Okay, so those came from Amazon. And then I have a couple of things I wanted to show you. Oh, and by burning holes in a canning lid and putting it in the bottom and then putting this on top, that's why I have 2 reservoir marks. If I'm using the lid, I can fill to the top reservoir mark. If I'm not, it goes to the bottom. But it bumps it up and it doubles it from 3/4 of a cup to a cup and a half of water. I know because I poured it out and measured it, and it just kind of doubles the reservoir. And these are pretty cheap. So all together, to buy the pots on Amazon and the little vases with the chair and the tie wraps from Dollar Tree, because that's the only place we went everywhere. It was the only place I'd get the really skinny tie wraps, was less than $3 for a self-watering planter. And we all know those can run $10 and up a piece. And when you're doing this many, that adds up. So then, whenever we get potato salad from Walmart, I pull the stickers off. I run it under a hot tap, loosens them up. They come off. Soldering iron again, burn a little air hole, and I can put the soil directly in this and propagate leaves. If I want to put the little Dixie cups, the 3-ounce, with the leaf in the Dixie cup to propagate, whether it's a plant or leaf or anything, these are the organic hydroponic salad. Again, the stickers are plastic, so you can run it under hot water. They peel right off both sides. Cleans up nice. And then that leaves you with, see this whole area? These are all my little salad tubs. So I don't have to buy terrariums. And that's something that's not going into a landfill. And we got Happy Harold, Nest Crinkle Blue, Up Tomorrow Friendship. Had a hard time with that Nest Crinkle Blue, but it's coming along, it's growing, and they're just perfect. You know, every couple days I'll open them up and wipe the steam off and just give them a little airing out. You can put more holes in it too if you want. It won't get as steamy, but the plants just really propagate easy in here. They just go nuts, as you can see. So, and then if I want something different, I've got this, it's a shelf I got off Amazon. It's about 5 feet tall. It came with this little zip-up cover. It did come with the shelf liner. And it included this huge thermometer, clock, and humidity meter. Let's see if this was free in the package. I didn't even know I was getting it. It's on wheels. 2 of the wheels have a brake. The lights I got at Home Depot, $9 a piece. I ordered them online. They do carry them on the shelf, but within an hour, at no shipping charges, a roadie delivered them to my door. These are 3000 Kelvin. That's the warmth of the light. And 500 lumen. That's the brightness. You don't want to go more than 500 lumen on a little tiny shelf like this, or you will cook your plants. If it gets too hot in here, I just unzip one side and pull it back with these straps. Just a little airflow. Now, it's hotter in here right now because I have all the fans, the noisy fans and stuff, the exhaust and the fan blowing in off, or you wouldn't be able to hear me. So the temperature, you know, it kind of rides up when I turn everything off, but it'll cool down when I'm done with the video and I turn it back on. So the last thing I wanted to show you is something else you can recycle. Pop bottles. So, you take and at about, let me get these out of the way. At about this height, see there's a bulge here, and that'll keep this from falling down inside of that. So you want to cut it about an inch below the bulge. They cut with the scissors, they're so thin. And then I did take another inch off the height of this because it was so tall I knew I would be knocking it over. But I cut that with the scissors, and then with the soldering iron outside I burned a couple of holes, and then I put more holes for drainage, as you can see right there, and then more holes for airflow at the top. And then it just, you run your wick, which I love these little clips for holding the wick in place while you're potting. But it just sits nicely. Just like that. Voila. Self-watering container. For free. You know, I've got a lot of plants. As you see, I have this many left that I still have to repot to the wick. But if I don't have enough and I've got to order them, and maybe it takes a little bit of time, maybe I don't have the money to order anymore, I can always put a plant in a bind into something like this. And if I like them enough, I might use them more. But it's just one way to repurpose something that would go into a landfill. You know, so recycle, reuse, repurpose. And again, these come in 6 packs on Amazon, and it's called T4U, and I don't know how it's supposed to work as a self-watering container. I had to modify them, but I love them for the fact that I can put the plant names on them, and it helps me learn my plants. Good old Sharpie. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and all of you have a lovely day.